What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, we got to talk about Cronos, the New Dawn, yet again. You know, I have a habit sometimes of when I think of video ideas and then I'll come up with one and then it'll age really badly, right? Like 2-3 days later, there'll be news that like fills it out. So, you know, we just had a video like 2 days ago where I talked about where's the Cronos, the New Dawn release date. We've gotten gameplay. We've gotten like probably an hour plus worth of gameplay, and it always looks freaking phenomenal. And then all of a sudden today at the Nintendo Direct, they dropped the date. So I want to talk about the date, talk about the price, but then also, you know, just fun aside. I mean, starting with that date though, right? September 5th. So that is an extremely fast turnaround. Now, I mean, there's like the caveat where it's like, you don't normally get games that do this. Like, it is turning around in just like a month and a week, right? And that's a very short amount of time from announcing the date to the game coming out. In fact, that's one of the shortest, in-between periods that I can think of in recent time for any game. So that did surprise me that's coming out that early. And we talked about this 2 days ago in that video. I wonder if, like, did Little Nightmares have anything to do with it? That's like October 10th-ish, 11th. Silent Hill F, I think, is the end of September. So, you got a couple different horror games, and maybe it was just trying to pick a spot that it felt kind of confident in, that it wasn't going to like butt up against other things. September is packed. So it doesn't really do me as a person or a gamer any favors doing that. But, this is a day one buy. I've been saying that kind of all day. I'm not massively like pleased with the date because it's just the end of August is absolutely loaded and September is loaded, but that's not going to stop me from getting the game and supporting them, because I think the game looks awesome. So September 5th it comes out, 2 different editions, and the standard edition is actually only $60, $59.99. Now you have to do the conversion obviously in your own currency. That's the US, okay? But $60, pretty good considering we just talked about in a wave of previews for this game, the game's going to be like 16-ish hours. And look, even if they overinflate it, the developers, which sometimes that happens, sometimes they give a number, a length that's much longer than it actually is. But even if it's 12, 13 hours, and I mean 16, that's more in line, I think, with like Silent Hill 2 Remake. And if you think about the length of that game compared to this game, I don't think this game all of a sudden is going to be 7 hours long, right? So $60, 12, 15, 16 hours long, like that's a pretty good ratio, I think, in my book. So it's 60. But if you pre-order the deluxe edition, which is $70, okay, $10 more, you actually get the game 2 days early. Now, we've talked about that 1,000 times with 1,000 different games. I'm not a huge fan of the practice because I think it gets used in very negative ways, but it honestly kind of started like this, $10, 2-3 days early. And that's very simple, it's very basic, and I don't think it's all that predatory. Hogwarts Legacy did it back in the day. Nowadays, you're spending $20, $30, $40 extra, and you get it like a week early. And it's like that's how this system can be used in a very negative way. I think this is honestly pretty fine. $10, you play it 2 days early. If you don't want to do it, it's 48 hours, and if you do want to do it, it's 48 hours. It's 2 days before everybody else, but it's only $10, right? It's not $30, because some games have gone that extreme, which I think is a very, very bad practice. So I think that's it. Again, kind of coming out of left field. Like I would not have thought this would be the place to do Cronos. Like I thought Gamescom would be the place, and then the date would be like October, November. Turns out it was like getting a Nintendo Direct just feels odd, does it not? But you know what? I'll absolutely take it. Oh, and by the way, in case people are curious, that was also something new, I think, right? That was confirmed today, because I think up until today, it was not confirmed or not like officially announced for the Switch 2. And now it is. So I think it's coming out same day. I don't think it comes out any later for Switch, but same day for Switch 2. The price was given, all that jazz. So pretty darn cool. And it's right around the corner. It's not even like we have to wait 3-4 months to play it. You wait like 1 month and you get to play it yourself. So that's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.